Miles O'Brien is with me from Massachusetts. Miles, I suppose we shouldn't have too much schadenfreude at the Russians' misfortune in crashing into it. Hey, others have done things similar on other projects, but they were trying to do something that's not been done before.
Yes, and I think it's tempting to go that route, Richard. But anybody who cares about space exploration truly doesn't like to see new craters being formed on the moon because of an accident like this. This is emblematic, probably symptomatic of what's going on inside the Russian space program in the wake of the Ukraine invasion. It's actually something that began before that invasion as the International Space Enterprise moved in different directions, and the money moved to private enterprises, SpaceX being a big example of them. And as a result, what's left in the what was the great Soviet space program is pretty much a shell of what it once was.
So do you have better hopes for India on Wednesday?
I like the way the Indians approach space. Now, to be fair here, they are coming off of their own mishap in 2019. The Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft crashed then. They have revamped it. They've made it lighter. They've improved the software, done all they think they can to make this more successful. At the bottom line here, we have to remember space is hard. It's difficult to do these things. But this is kind of a tortoise and hare story here. Russia launched from its Russian spaceport, itself a pet project of Vladimir Putin, because, of course, as you know, they've always launched from Kazakhstan, and he wanted to repatriate the missions to Russia. He wanted to get this off as a point of personal pride and, dare we say, vanity, and get there before the Indians, which didn't happen. So here you have the Indians with a very lean mission, very fuel efficient, taking longer, and maybe they'll just win the race.
Why are we going there anyway? What's the advantage? What's the advantage? No, well, I know, we're going there because it's there and we want to explore.
Because it's there.
Yeah. What's the advantage of the Southern Pole in terms of greater space exploration, deeper, further, farther?
Yeah, it's a two-part question. A few years back, we discovered, not me, but scientists discovered ice in the South Pole of the moon. That is H2O. H and O are rocket fuel, hydrogen and oxygen. So in theory, if you had an outpost there, you could manufacture rocket fuel on the moon and use it as a launching point to who knows where and beyond. The other aspect of this, Richard, is if you look at the Indian space program, and for that matter, the Chinese space program, they are following the U.S. in one way we haven't tracked as closely, which is they are embracing the free enterprise side of things. And there is huge ecosystems that are being nourished in both countries right now for private small space startups. They are copying the U.S. approach to move things into the private sector. And that in and of itself creates a more robust program, as we've seen here in the United States. So I think what's happening now is a very different kind of space race, which ultimately leads to a lot of technological advances on the ground. And after all, as we always say, it's not like you bundle up $100 bills and ship them into space. The money gets spent here.
Miles, very grateful to have you with this. Does the U.S. still have the commanding lead or not?
Yes, there's no question. But the blueprint, the template, is being watched closely and being copied, as often is the case. The U.S. still leads. It has allowed SpaceX, and with appropriate investment in SpaceX, has put it at the forefront. Other Blue Origin and others are doing good things. But I will say, you got to keep moving.
Keep moving before they hit you. Thank you. Yes, Miles O'Brien, I'm just so glad to have you talking to us about this story tonight. Exactly the person we needed to hear from tonight. Thank you, sir.
A pleasure, Richard.